Hey peeps, Pinkles16 here on a random video. So you may be wondering, why isn't this like Sonic DX Part 3? Well, that stuff really wears me out, like ridiculously. I get so demotivated even thinking about editing it, so I think I'm just gonna leave it like I did the SMG4 stuff, and I'm gonna move on to commentating over another bunch of things. If I drop this, I don't really care, but I'll at least try to do something. So let's just start from the beginning with this first off. So I figured some of my Roblox stuff, early stuff, is like really old stuff, and I should probably like react to it now, seeing as it's been a few years. So not all of it is like, it's just sort of average quality. It's not really like cringeworthy stuff. Oh, okay, that's a thing now. So anyway, let's just start playing the video. This is the first video I made where I was playing an obby, and then I encountered this. It was a really early sort of time. Obbies were just a basic thing, and then, you know, they turned into a massive thing. So here you go. I was in YTR at the time. Remember, I joined because of their influence. Later found out the game was fun on my own, but that's a completely different story. So I had found out about this Mario Party song from them because I haven't played many of the Mario Parties. I've played DS, that's it. At the time, I was very, very immature and thought, oh gosh, this person could not code his things properly. The more likely answer is that the person who made the obby had no idea that these props could react like this, and thus it was out of their control. I mean, I eventually got past it, but like in another server where they weren't spazzing all over the place, but yeah. Yeah, my supposed explanations. I was like 16 back then. Ah, yes, brilliant explanation. Yes, yes, to an extent that is true. The fact that the props are old. It's more than likely the physics changing broke the old objects. It's just, you don't go and visit old games. You really don't, sadly, apparently. Even though they're supposed to stand the test of time, a game is meant to be updated. If it's not, avoid it. Witness these terrible explanations from a 16-year-old me who had no idea how games worked. Oh yeah, I think this game was called the hardest obby ever. Yeah, well, you're not wrong by that. The first two are the same thing! I did this because I like to. Wow. How can you split that? God. Also, this won't be one video. I'll probably just split them up into individual parts of me commentating over Roblox stuff, because I'm not gonna cut it off after a minute's worth of stuff. Also, these are all the videos I made. If that's not obvious enough. I can't record Coif or CM. What was CM? CM would have been something. But Coif would have been, this was 2014. Yeah, this was 2014. I would have been doing YTR gathering in terms of color code, so I couldn't record it because of that. I'm actually just speaking to a brick wall here. This doesn't really work. By the way, this video is the like Roblox tips, the ghost or solid trick, which is my personal name for seeing the collision of an object. I was only told about it by someone else actually, but it couldn't be any more obvious, to be honest. I like to be a bit more inside the world instead of just calling it a camera trick or whatever. If you can somehow move the camera on phone Roblox, then just use whatever buttons you use to move the camera on phone Roblox. Because I can't really explain the details in this, is what I'm saying. I don't like doing stuff related to phones because I don't have a phone, and like, absolute shame me all you like, but I hate the touch phones. I've hated them for ages, so I certainly wouldn't want to play Roblox on it. This is just basic 3D model geometry stuff. The camera reacts to a wall or collision. The camera can do that. If it doesn't react to collision, there is no collision there. You will fall. It's as simple as that. Why do I need to spend a minute explaining that? Why are kids so dumb? Well, I wouldn't... Okay, that's a bit of a rude generalization to make. Yes, I know, I heard all of you in the last video. That's a bit of a rude generalization to make, and I apologize for that. Like, why can... It's not very hard to understand such a thing. It's just a little bit of common sense here with that kind of thing. Also, these videos are just a big excuse for me to use all the video game tracks that I had that I could never use in anything. I mean, this is just basic 3D model geometry stuff, but how many kids are going to think to do that before they decide to go walking onto the paths into their death? Nowadays, I just take it as like, yes, they fell. Now I can actually go ahead and do the fun stuff. And then some of them just follow along behind me slowly because they see, oh, I know what I'm doing. How do you think I know what I'm doing? I'm using the tools I have at my disposal. Do you guys know how to use the camera? It's like I kind of expected some people to have like the ability to look up and be decent, but at this point I'm just sort of every person for themselves. Oh well, I'm already standing on it, so never mind. What's the point in showing it? Yeah, I don't put those sound effects there, but it's a little too pandery if I do that, I feel. Oh, thank you, the person who actually helped me know about it in the first place. Again, I figured that it sort of existed, but now I don't go into a place without it, to be honest. Well, yeah, that's stupid. There really was no reason to make that video. Oh, this one. Random skits in Roblox. This one was the one with the controversy behind it. I think this will be the last one for this particular video, as it's very long and I don't really have much time here now. But, this one had a particular controversy behind it that, made me not really care about Salmon 3 anymore, because a couple of the video files I used for this particular video, I sent to him originally for use in one of his Roblox Goes Crazy videos. And, he kept them in his computer for the longest time ever. And I was beginning to be concerned that he would forget about them. And when he forgets about something, remember, he doesn't put it in the video. And he won't ever put it in a video if what it's supposed to be for is already out there. So, this was recorded, if it was 2014, it would have been, hold up, it would have been the 17th of January 2014 when I recorded most of the stuff seen in this video. Because I remember it like it was yesterday. He went out to like a restaurant because it was his birthday or something. And while he was out, we all in the video here played Roblox, and they asked me to record some funny things happening. I was far more flexible and lenient, and I was allowing them to have a more fun time with the skits and ideas. And we spent a lot, in fact, more of this video's time is spent on the supposed outtakes than it is spent on the actual video itself, because you'll see it in the video, we had so much fun on that day. And after he came back, we'd already finished recording stuff, and he was angry that we'd recorded without him being there, and because the skits were funny, he wanted to put them in his video. You can see where this is going, right? So, I gave him the stuff and I trusted him for a bit, and then after I started not trusting him, I'd already started editing the clips together myself, and well after I'd left him behind, I released my own, with my own skits and stuff, because there's no way I was going to entrust that day of fun and happiness to that stupid man. So, I think I was going to call it Random Roblox Moments originally, as I stated in one of the chat logs I still have from back when I was arguing with him about why his leadership skills were so poor, but I later changed that to Random Skits in Roblox. I think, not intentionally, but like out of, I just forgot that the name was supposed to be that. It was just supposed to be a random compilation of stuff. So, here you go. I think the video is going to end abruptly, and the outtakes will be the actual funniest bit. I probably shouldn't even have labeled them outtakes, to be honest, but we'll get to that.
Help, 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 I'm son of Tatsy, help, 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 help.
Hi, Skype.
I said help. I'm blasting off again!
Welcome back to your...
Also, I gathered my own static sound effect, I suppose. I think I kept this up for a while until I decided to just actually put the clips together because I was getting bored of that kind of thing.
Roblox TV, you're watching Gear Wars on the YTR channel, and in this corner, we have the Kool-Aid Man with his rage table.
Yeah.
And in this corner, we have Bryn Plop 14 with his taxi.
I'm gonna run you over my taxi, capiche?
Okay.
I remember this was like one of the last few takes because we had like 3 of these. More than 3 actually, but I don't... Because Fraps, I remember now as it's coming back to me, it's Fraps would conk out a few times and I wasn't able to record things. 2014, I had that really old computer that I'm not really using now because it's not dead, it's just not as powerful, and I need something more powerful for what I do today.
Prepare your gears!
I was born ready.
Let's a go.
In fact, I think when I was editing this,
Are
I had
you all ready?
no idea,
ready.
like,
Oh yeah!
which one was the final one.
Then get set, cause you're gonna fight on the word fight. In 3, 2, 1, fight!
I hate your taxi.
Oh.
Rage Table wins, and Kool-Aid
No.
Man wins.
Nope, this round is not over yet. This round is not over yet.
What the?
Oh,
Missed.
This isn't your typical Roblox Skids video. That if this were some threes, that'd just be cut off immediately.
if you think you can beat my rage tables, take this.
That's not an issue with my sound, by the way. It's just, you know, Skype calls will be Skype calls.
Blasted.
And reminded, the computer I was using to record this was less powerful.
Hell. How did you?
What?
And that's why I love unexpected stuff like that, by the way.
I'm the Luigi fan. I'm going to touch you.
Dude.
It looks like you're gonna get me instead.
And,
Kill the candle.
That's a Luigi fan.
Okay.
That's it.
Who's going to win? Oh,
Hey, hey Yoshimo, don't be on the table. That's something for you.
okay. What's behind here? I don't see anything.
Surprise.
Actually, by the way, I think I also gave this or a similar clip to Luigi Fan for a video of his long ago. He just put I think he just put music over it or something.
Nice.
Oh crap! Run away!
I hate you all.
The way missed.
I love how they went through the wall, by the way.
Well, you didn't miss. Here's your prize, Enzo. Enzo, you got a prize. Guess what it is?
Welcome to die.
Take that.
No.
Yeah, by the way, his place is a day-night cycle,
I
in case you
can't
couldn't tell
turn.
already.
I can't turn. You broke it, Luigi fan. Oh wait, no, I can't do it now.
I mean, that is kind of a representation of what happened. I did roll on the floor laughing.
Yoshimo, if you don't stop this car, I want everyone to get out. Stop the car. Stop
No.
it.
No, I am not stopping this car. We need to get from point A to point B, and there will be no sub-stops on the way.
Okay.
Oh no!
What happened to this car?
It's a taxi.
Luigi.
Yeah, great warning about me, by the way. If we're already having a good time, I'm really loud and obnoxious. That's probably the only humor I have throughout the entire video, to be honest.
You'll feel the wrath of my godly powers.
don't
Yoshimo,
need-
I mean, we all kind of did. We just fell off the island floating in midair.
you're an idiot. Everyone get in the car. No flying.
Hey Hunter, I done hit you into the swing set with this ice.
Okay, yeah, we recorded over 2 days because we took these ones on a different day. You can tell because Enzo's wearing a different outfit.
The sword.
You missed.
Ah!
And I think these were specifically the ones I gave to SM3 supposedly for the thing. And I mixed them all up when I found them again in my folders.
You missed again.
Just to give the semblance that these are just random things that happened in Roblox and not necessarily this happened on this day, and then we like it's like a recount of the certain periods of time before the video was released.
Third time's a charm.
No.
And he goes busting off.
I'm climbing up the air.
With the dead back here. Where'd he go? Uh-oh.
I died.
Into space?
Looks like Hunter got swanned up.
Oh ho ho!
Hey, Pink, watch this. Screen slide plus Tatsy equals this. Look behind you.
I mean, I was the one who noticed before you did. Nowadays, I don't really treat his humor as anything that noteworthy, considering that, like, it's all very obvious nowadays. Like, in terms of, like, oh, look, there's a thing, it happened. I want to talk about how it happened, or how it's relevant to something.
The Tatsy had a Tatsy of a time.
And yes, these kinds of videos are going to be full of these, yes.
Hunter, no matter what you have to, do not hit the swing set with the Tatsy. You'll regret it. You will regret it.
I don't.
I guess it is kind of a flaw, but, you know. The difference I was trying to make here is that you can make genuine... I mean, yeah, there is the flaw to be made in that they're probably not nearly as memorable because they're just generic play-around things, but the point I was trying to make to him is that you can also make, like, supposed Skype conversation battle, like, reactions, or natural reactions with really anything, including Roblox. It's not specific to just, let's record a Skype conversation while nobody's talking, while nobody's aware of it. And, like, I think that's the only way that you can do something.
Wait, yeah.
Or actually, while everyone's aware of it, is probably what I should be saying.
Oh. Ah! And I'm dead.
Looks like Hunter had a Tatsy of a blast off.
Okay, guys, can I come in?
No.
No.
You suck. Die.
Oh, no, no.
No. Shut
Yeah, a lot of that involves the taxi plus the table.
I'm about to throw up.
Do I miss?
Yeah, by the way, how far are we into the video?
Hunter, no matter how much you have to.
There's
do
8
not
minutes
the
left.
swing with the Tatsy.
There's
You'll
7
regret
minutes,
it one of these
7 to 8
days.
minutes left of just supposed outtakes. That's
I
an issue.
said-
I shouldn't have said that.
No.
Hunter, how much you? No matter
You need
what
to read the
have
chat there.
do
He got
not
the
hit
connection from
swing
the
with
call.
that Tatsy. You'll regret it.
I don't believe.
That's why I'm laughing, because he thinks he's in the call and he's not.
Okay.
Wing.
You.
I mean nowadays you don't really need to say it, but like it's
What?
not your
Fire.
Skype. You only need to say that though nowadays with Discord, because everyone's using Discord.
Hunter, no matter what, no matter how much you have to.
I think you could tell he was getting tired of this joke.
Welcome to Roblox Gear Battles. You're tuned in to the YTR station. With us, I have the Kool-Aid fan with his rage table. Say something. God damn it, say something.
I'm back.
Sorry, I forgot you don't like that.
Outtake.
I have to poop. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Roblox
No, that wasn't an
TV.
obvious.
You're watching Gear Battles on the
I just
YTR
included
channel.
that
And
because-
with me, I have the Kool-Aid
because of the
Man
positioning.
with his rage table.
Yeah.
Call me out all you
Over
like
here,
though.
alright, we have
Yeah, I won't
14
blame you.
with his taxi.
I won't blame you for thinking, yes, that was an obvious, that kind of joke.
This Italian is gonna run over you with this Tatsy.
Okay. Prepare your gears. Oh my god! Can you happen correctly?
And see, if Sesame 3 had seen that kind of thing, like, that would only be in, like, that probably wouldn't even be in there. So strict on staging, you wouldn't even put it in.
That's an outtake. Goodness sake.
Hey
He has
guys,
overpowered swords.
I thought you guys are birthday. I thought both of you presents.
No.
No.
Run. Pink,
No.
run.
No.
Pink,
No.
run.
And here was
No.
the origin of the
Fuck.
floating table.
Ouch!
Hey Yoshimo, I dare you to be at the table for a second.
I think I had an issue telling which one of these was the real one.
Yeah, they behind here.
Oh crap! Run!
Oh, run!
What?
Ow, again. What? What is that?
Car lives. The
What?
car
Look at
lives.
it. Look at what the table did to the car.
I don't remember which take this particularly was, but this was supposedly the funniest thing in the whole thing. In fact, when I originally had the video file, I don't think I still do, but like when I originally got the video file and I'd rendered this whole thing, I think the only thing I would watch is this particular segment.
Man, that's one strong table.
Aside also from the flip car before from the swing, that one too.
I have an idea! I have an idea!
The other ones were lesser in priority.
Yoshimo, get in the car! Yoshimo, get in the car! Wait, don't do it yet!
Why did the car just fling itself all the way over there?
I got your
What?
car.
By the way, yes, I would do that often. Try to land on top of the Mario heads. In fact, when I got later gears, like the gravity thing, I would try and go over on the other Mario's heads. It was only so then I could find a way to do something instead of just standing around doing nothing in the place. Because we would come here often as the only other place aside from my own. That's the thing.
Got you.
What the hell is it doing?
You touched the sky. Go towards the sky. I'm going towards the
I do think we did try and record something with this, but we never got the chance because it didn't do that again. So that was weird.
What is
And now-
it doing?
I'm recording this!
You know that the way he's saying I'm recording is a bit obnoxious considering I've got the whole recording button just sitting there the whole time.
Hey Yoshimo!
Recording?
But yes, by the way, I remember I'm loud and obnoxious if we're already having a good time. So I will be loud and obnoxious here.
Yep,
Someone in a
recording.
taxi.
Enzo, now you're going to take a face plant to the ground.
Nope.
I didn't have any flying gears. You can see my whole inventory in the bottom part of the game. I literally didn't have anything that I could reach that high with.
What the hell? Strong table. I really don't even.
Summon another-
I
Well,
don't
are
even.
you Super
I
Saiyan?
don't
Summon
even-
another taxi.
I was on the taxi that. I can
Summon
fly.
another taxi, Enzo.
It's working. Kind of.
Summon another taxi,
What the
Enzo.
hell?
Coming for you.
Ah!
Oh, darn.
Ah!
Sorry, Pink!
Taxis? I don't want any taxis.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit!
I am still moving. I can't move.
I can't
Okay.
see you, Enzo. Where'd you go?
I just
I
killed
can-
myself.
Help! 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 Help!
Ow.
Hi,
Tax-
Pink!
Hi,
Taxis?
run
I
me
don't like
over.
taxis. I'm gonna kill you now.
Hi, don't run me over.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. How did that
I mean, good thing I jumped there. God.
happen?
To the unknowing, that would actually fling you off into space. That's why it's aiming up that high.
The
I'm
table
about to
is
get
against
launched
me.
off this
Oh no,
stupid
I don't like
slide.
taxis. Bye bye.
I was about to get launched off the stupid slide would have sent me flying off to hell.
I wonder what happens if the table collides with a slingshot. I'm gonna
Enzo,
see that.
get over here. Enzo, get over here. I will possess
Oh, the table went away.
you. Say taxis. Where's the... Enzo, direct me. I cannot see crap.
What in the
Oh,
name
wait.
of hell are you guys doing? Oh crud.
Tables.
It's a plane. No, it's Yoshimo and Enzo's taxi.
It's a basic Texas slide! What the hell?
Yoshima.
It's only a shame this place didn't have more space or things to do. Then this would be made more funnier.
Come here, you little boy.
Ah!
What the hell?
Don't make me.
The funny thing is that the wheels were not spazzing after he said before he said that.
Thank you, little boy.
Enzo,
I don't like taxis, by the way.
No.
Let me
I mean, at least this is preserved in case anyone wanted to know what the heck happened back then.
this time.
Enzo. Ah! I didn't even intend to land in it!
No, I don't like taxis.
Oh my god! I am so hungry.
And remember, my connection is also bad.
No! I died! I died! I died! I became Adam. I descended to hell where I rightfully belong.
Don't fly yet.
What the
You're
hell?
Yoshimo,
God.
no, turn back! Yoshimo, turn back down!
I'm
Yoshimo,
trying, I'm trying.
this
Okay, just do it like that.
I'm trying to fix it. I am going to try to fix it. Yeah, stop fixing.
You know, the only thing he needed to do, by the way, was turn off the flying gear that he was using. Apparently, if he goes into the steering wheel with it on, it hacks the physics up. I don't think they will work the same way nowadays because the physics on them are different. Maybe they just wouldn't even react to each other.
Then fix. I died.
Listen.
This time, don't fly.
Okay. Okay, guys. Pink will get in.
Get in. Enzo.
Oh, and so what are you gonna do with you? Get in it. Or else.
I wanna fly! I wanna fly! Let me hang out and help with the tank!
Hey, okay, I got an idea.
And now you know the idea was used earlier in the video. You know, the prelude to that one thing that happened earlier. Yeah, it ends abruptly because, again, I was trying to prove a point rather than actually making a video. But, yeah, that's a thing. Could have done less with the samey sort of humour though, but that... The video was made to make a point, not really do that much of a thing. So anyway, next I'll do like the randomness of me and Enzo in Roblox, which is far worse than this personally, but I'll do that later. So see you all, have a good day, peace.